Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my very first video. I've been procrastinating on doing this for quite some time. So I finally got my courage to do this. So today I'm going to be doing a rainbow effect look. I already prepped my face off camera, so I cleaned my skin and moisturized. I am going to be using my Poreless by Tarte. It's a mattifying primer. I like matte looks. I know some people like dewy looks, but I like matte just because I have kind of oily skin, so it helps me wear my look without shining. So let's get started. Okay. So as I said, I'll be starting with this to prime my face. My skin is already clean. So I just take about that much and just kind of apply it to the areas where I shine the most, which is my chin, my nose, and my T-zone. I do put it on my cheek and just blend it in really well. And I'll show you guys at the end of the video what I use as far as cleaning my skin, because a very important part of makeup is taking care of your skin without makeup on. Makeup is nice. It gives us a chance to enhance what we already have, but you do want to take care of your skin. So now that we've prepped, I like this song. Now that we've prepped our skin, my first step, I always start with my eyebrows. So if I'm not looking at the camera, it's because I'm looking at my LED mirror that I have right next to the screen. So I'm going to use So either brush is fine. It's either the 12 by Anastasia Beverly Hills or the 7B by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I like the 12 when I'm doing my eyebrows, just because the brush is a lot smaller. I don't know if you guys can see that. The brush is a lot smaller on the 12, so I feel like I can get more precise lining. So I just go through and comb out my eyebrows. I personally feel like I get my best eyebrow shape when I've just recently had them threaded. They do good without it, but I feel like, you have that nice crisp lining once you got them threaded or waxed or plucked or whatever you do. I'm going to use the Dip Brow Pomade by Anastasia Beverly Hills. It is the chocolate. I don't know if you guys can see that. Yep, it's chocolate. So, and that's the best match for my skin or my eyebrow color. And I just go in and just fill it in with hair-like sweeps. My suggestion is to use, some people use a lot of product. Some people use a little bit of product. I personally feel like it is preference. because some people use extra product in case they mess up. They have a margin for correction, versus if you use the right amount and you mess up, sometimes you kind of have to like start over. To me, it's all about what you like and what works best for you. So this is going to be showing you guys what works best for me, and honestly how I taught myself. Everything that I know is self-taught, and I learned from just pretty much doing it or looking at tutorials. So hopefully somebody can learn from me and further their talent. So I always joke that my eyebrows are twins, but they're fraternal, because I get them the same, but it takes work on my left one to get it like my right. It's like my right comes out perfect each and every time, and then my left one I have to, you know, finesse her. So okay, so now I'm going to use, so to clean up my eyebrows, I use Maybelline New York in 45, which is tan. And I normally just apply it to my hand. And I use, this is my all-time favorite brush. And I got it from Amazon in a set for 10 bucks, I think. And I like it because it's a flat brush, and I think it gives me like precise angles or precise lining when I'm cleaning up my eyebrows. And I just go back in once I've like cleaned up one side and touch up the middle of my eyebrow, because that part never comes out like perfect when I'm filling them in. So I just go back later and clean them up. And if need be, you can always go back in and, like, if you've taken too much off, and fill it in. And I think with the concealer, it kind of helps give it a more natural look. If you have to go back in and fill after you've cleaned up. And I just do the same thing to my right eyebrow. And I think it's a lot easier when I'm doing my right because I'm right-handed. For those people who are ambidextrous and can do either hand, kudos to you. I feel like that would make doing my left eyebrow a lot easier. Maybe not, but I think it would. Something that I find helps get those precise lines is when I'm doing it, if I raise my eyebrow when I'm doing it. And as I said, I go back in and clean up my eyebrows once I clean the middle once I've outlined them and cleaned them up. And if you feel like you've gone out too far, you can clean up your eyebrows. I also go back and comb them so that way I can see if I need to add any more dip brow. And for those who are just beginning, like, it takes time. Like, even with me, I've been doing this for a couple years. I feel like I still have so much to learn. But you definitely see progress if you keep trying. Okay. Okay. And I feel like I've got my eyebrows to where I like them.
But once you take that first step, the second is easier until finally
Yep.
you're
Okay.
feeling the difference.
So I feel like I've got my eyebrows to where I like them.
We can help you take that first step.
I say that as I'm still adjusting. I'm a perfectionist when it comes to this, so the slightest little error bothers me.
Yoplait presents A Big Little Morning Win. Another hectic morning and mom's hands are full. Little Ariana grabs a Go-Gurt for her lunch bag. She's going to school with a lunch she'll pack herself because she's becoming an independent child.
Okay.
Yoplait for big little wins.
Yeah. I don't like my eyebrows super close together. I try to always make sure they're where my natural eyebrows start. And I think, yeah, I'm good. Okay. So now I take the little bit of excess concealer and I'll go over my eyelid. Okay. And once I feel like I got enough concealer over it. Okay, so when I do this, I use a lighter concealer than my skin tone. Just because when I go back in with my actual skin tone concealer, it gives me that like slightly highlighted look. But you guys can see. how much lighter it is than I am. We're gonna fix that though. Now that I've done that, I go in with my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion. It is the original. And I go over my eyelids. And you can either use your finger or a sponge to go in. It's your personal preference. I use my finger, but for today I'm going to use a sponge and just go in. And I find that this really helps like set the look for, or set the foundation for your eyeshadow, because there's nothing worse than your eyeshadow creasing on you, or you know, not popping as much as it could. Okay, I think that's good. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with my NYX eyeshadow base. And I use this, well, before that, I am going to set my brow bone. So I have multiple palettes, so I'm going to figure out which one I'm going to use. So I think to set my brow bone, I'm going to use this one right here. And it's by Juvia's Place. This one is the Zulu. That's the name of the palette, Zulu. So to set my brow bone, I'm going to use that one. And I just make sure that when I set my brow bone that I bring it all the way down. Can you do me a favor? Can you go bring me that, it's like tape, it's flesh colored tape in the bathroom. My bad, y'all. I had to have my husband go get me something. So I make sure I just bring it all the way down, because the rainbow is going to be a cut crease. So I make sure to set it. Thank you. And just for precision, I use this to, so when I actually go in with the colors, it doesn't, I don't have to clean as much up when I do my foundation and things like that. Okay. There we go. Yep. Okay. Now we're good. So once I go in with my color or what I'm going to use to set my brow bone, and I drag it all the way down, I go back in with a different brush to smooth it out, or not smooth it out, to blend. I'm sorry y'all, like, I'm used to being able to just go in and do my makeup without having to explain what it is that I'm doing. So if my terminology isn't the best, it's because I'm still getting used to having to be on camera and explain everything that I'm doing and what I'm using. And you can take, I use a nice fuzzy brush to blend. You can always go back in with that brush and go back over whatever it is. To get that nice blended look. And I'm still using the same color. The rainbow colors that we're going to be using, I may use some of this palette, but I think majority of the colors are going to come from my James Charles and Morphe palette. Okay. So now we'll be going in with our NYX eyeshadow base. And this was like, I bought it a while ago. I'm not sure how much it was, but I got it from Ulta. And for this, I suggest using the sponge brush because if you put too much product, it kind of like soaks some of it up. Because with this eyeshadow base, you have to be careful, because if you use too much, it'll make your eyeshadow clump. And don't nobody want that, sis. And the purpose of the tape, for those of you who don't know, is so that way you can drag your product out without having to really worry about the excess being on your skin and having to clean that up. Okay. So this is different for everybody, just because some people have really hooded eyes. So it makes doing a cut crease different. I feel like my left eye isn't as hooded as my right eye, But that's just me. So I will look into showing you guys how to work with the different type of eyes. So I'll look into finding a way to show you guys demonstrations on hooded eyes, small eyes, like, so I want everyone to know how to achieve a certain look. And I feel like a cut crease is one of the more popular eye looks at the moment. So I feel like everyone kind of wants to wear that, and I don't think you should be limited because you have tiny eyes or hooded eyes.
So even though every solo runs out, monthly income in retirement should
I love glitter.
learn more at TIAA.org.
I am just all about the glitter life. So this look is 99.99% going to include glitter. Okay. And I just go back over it and make sure it's like smooth and pressed as much as possible, because you want the smoothest application possible. And I bring it out to here just because I don't know if I'm going to put glitter there or if I'm going to put like a small color there. So now that we have that, I think I'm going to go in. I'm going to start. I want to start with I'm going to use like a small, it's not angled, but a small tipped brush. And we're going to start with this pretty purple right there. And we're going to start, so I'm going to start in the corner of my eye with the purple. And I just like to press it in, especially for us darker skinned ladies. I like to press it in because I feel like it gives a bolder look and it makes the color pop. And for us darker skinned women, I personally think, and this is just my personal opinion, that Juvia's Place is a very good palette for us. It's very pigmented. Okay, so I always like to do, I start with my left eye always, and I like to do whatever I do to my left, I do to my right, just so that way you don't complete one eye and forget what you've done when you get to the right eye. I feel like that's the worst thing that you could possibly do, is forget what you've done. And now you gotta be like, oh God. So I always do to my right what I've done to my left. I hope I'm talking loud enough for you guys to hear me with the music in the background. I have it down low, so I think we'll be fine. And don't worry if you don't like have the crisp lines we're gonna go in and we're gonna clean all of that up when we blend it in and things like that. So yep. So now that we have that nice pressed purple, I go in with a nice fuzzy brush, and I like to just make sure I smooth it out. Okay. Now that that's done, I don't think I have another palette with the purple. So we are going to use this glitter purple as well, but that's going to come later. So my baby, one of my favorite palettes. I'm actually going to invest in some crayon case. I've been procrastinating. I love Super, but I've just been procrastinating. I'm very bad at that, y'all. I'm gonna get better. So being that I use this for the purple, I'm gonna use it for the lighter purple. Can you guys see that? Right here. So. And if you guys are doing a look like this and you need to go back in and add like the white base, that is perfectly okay. Like, especially if you want like a color to pop more than everything else. Just go in with it. Or if you feel like it, I guess, dried on you, like, it's gonna dry, but if you feel like it's not giving you that bold look that you're looking for, don't be afraid to go back in and add more eyeshadow base. It's all about achieving the look that you want. And for the people with the smaller eyes, I mean, you may have to pick your favorite few colors and go with that if you can't achieve like a, you know, set of colors. Like you may be only able to only do like 1 or 2, which is fine. As I said, make sure that color is, and you can always go, I always go over whatever the color I started with. I go over it with my second color to make sure you can see that second color.
Take a break. Start your morning at McDonald's. Mix and match a hot, savory sausage biscuit, delicious sausage burrito.
Can you guys see how it changed from dark purple to light purple? And then I just go back in with my brush and make sure I blend.
Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo menu.
Introducing free next day delivery from Walmart. Because Dad's about to visit and you need to get clean and fix and air freshen and Dad likes snacking a lot. So get it all delivered tomorrow with no membership fees. Shop free next day delivery at Walmart.com. Eligible items only, $35 minimum order, not available in all locations.
Across the globe. Okay, now I think we're gonna go from purple to blue. We're gonna do blue. So I always, if I use a set of brushes for a color, I use those brushes for that color throughout my makeup look. So that way you're not like stopping and cleaning the whole time, which is why I have so many like brushes with like similar heads or whatever. So since we went in with a light purple, we're gonna go in with this I guess I would say cobalt or turquoise, teal. It's a very vibrant blue. And then go over. And it's okay if you have to set it slightly over your purple. And I always tap my brushes so that way you don't have too much excess eyeshadow. And there's that nice blue. And as I said, what I do to my left, I do to my right. And we're just gonna go in with the blue. And as I said, if you have to go over your purple, don't be afraid to like, it's definitely gonna pop through. And I'm trying to decide like what our next color is gonna be. Should I do a green or? Cause this is like the darker end of the rainbow. The last look I did was like a bright rose orange and hot pink and yellow, and I actually wore a hot pink look yesterday for my birthday. So I think I'm gonna post that look, and if you guys like it, I'll go in and recreate it for you. Okay. Now that we have those, we're gonna go in with another fuzzy brush and blend that out. And you just want everything to be seamless. So I'm gonna go back into the purple, guys, and I'm gonna go ahead and add this glitter to, it is a eyeshadow, but it's like a shimmer, and we're gonna add it to right where that blue and purple, the blue and lighter purple meet. And it's actually really pretty because it's iridescent, so it looks as if it has a hue of blue in it, and I think it's very pretty. And y'all, my channel will be about so much more than makeup. Like, it'll be hair, weight loss, everything, mainly makeup, but I'll throw some other life things in there that as women we all struggle with or go through, and you know, we'll use the makeup to, you know, make us feel good, like, because you know, some days you just need to put on some makeup and go out, you know, be that, you know. But I love this purple because of its iridescence. Like, I personally think James Charles did a wonderful job. You see how I like? So now I just have to figure out what the ends are gonna be. Being that it's I think we're gonna go with green. Yeah, we're gonna go with green. Yeah, we're gonna go with green. I'm sorry, y'all. I definitely didn't show y'all. This is the green that I'm using. It's like Kelly green, I guess. And as I said, we just go through to get that lighting. You just press it in there. And what I'm gonna do, because this one is kind of a very subtle green, and it's the brightest one in his palette. I'm gonna go over with, I have like the way I did the purple, I have like a shimmer, I have a shimmer green that I'm gonna put over it. And so my brush broke, which you could still use it. And I said, don't forget to tap your brush off so you don't have way too much product. And I just go in and I press until I feel like I've achieved the color depth that I'm looking for. I think that's it. And we just go over to this eye.
What's up, y'all? This is Mitchell Tenpenny. Did you know that Sprint guarantees 100%
do the
total
same
satisfaction? That means you can try Sprint for 30 days, and if you don't love it, you get your money back. Yep, 100% total satisfaction guaranteed. Sprint makes switching easy and fast. Come see how Sprint can save you money. Visit your local Sprint store, sprint.com, or call 800-SPRINT-1 to learn why Sprint is the right choice for you.
Hopefully this was a successful tutorial, you guys. As I said, it's my very first one.
With the USAA Rewards Visa Signature Credit Card, there's zero confusion about how to earn great rewards. That's because it gives you great rewards on everything you buy, including extra rewards for dining and gas. One card, great rewards. It's that simple with USAA Bank.
Okay, and I feel that's good. And actually, I feel like that purple, I haven't blended it. Yep. Okay. So this is a very like dark rainbow effect. Maybe I should call it something else other than a rainbow. I mean, it is changing. And like I said, you can always go back in if you feel like a color isn't popping enough. I'm gonna go back in with the blue and hit it around that purple again. Yep. And that's just to make sure you don't lose a color in the transition effect, because that's what you want, a transition effect. And now that I have that, I'm gonna go in with I don't know if I'm gonna use Molly, which is that green right there, or so this one doesn't have a name, but I think I'm gonna use this green right here. I feel like it pops more. Yeah, so, and then just go in over it. I'm using that green right there, as I said, and just go in over it. see that? And this tape works wonders because it, you know. So hopefully my hair has been flexi rotted long enough because I was too lazy to do it last night. So I did it this morning before I started. And hopefully it's right so I can kind of give you guys a full like. And then I just go in. With the tape, you can just, you know, brush it out. So that way you get the best blend possible. Okay. I'm gonna go back in with my purple and hit this eye again. And I just want y'all to know this does take time and practice. Like, coming slowly. Okay, I think we're good. I'm gonna go in and get that get that purple good, and then I'm gonna have this blue blend out with that green. Half of my eyes. I started with this, so I'm gonna go in with this. Well, actually, I'm gonna go in with a darker one. So, like this, and this is my palette by Carly Bible. Had it for a while, if y'all can't tell. But this one. And you just go in and like, I like to okay. And this. Okay. And we're good. Okay. And we're good. So now that I've got that done, I'm going to use, I love Too Faced products. This is a new one I just bought, so I'm gonna put that in my corner after I do my foundation. Next, I'm gonna add my mascara. So I got this yesterday as a birthday gift slash thank you for spending so much money with us gift. And it is Monsieur Big. It is by Lancome. And it is mascara. It's #1. It's called Big is the New Black. And I always mascara my eyelashes before I put my falsies on. That is just a personal preference. It is not a requirement. Whatever works for you. So you can actually take the tape off and see like how much cleaning you have to do. So not much cleaning at all. My nails are giving me trouble, y'all. Okay. And as you can see, not much cleaning at all. And as I said, I go in and I do this to my lashes. It is a personal preference.
Get to Old Navy right now. All jeans are on sale, up to 50% off. From just $15 for adults, $10 for kids. Try on a pair in store and save even more with $5 off your purchase of $50 or more during Old Navy's Great Denim Try-On-a-thon.
I do my bottom lashes as well. I feel like it gives you like a, it makes your eyes look bigger, and I feel like it makes just your look pop. I feel like your eyes are a part of your face that just,
On your left, you can see the exit. Have a good
it
day.
gives your face more expression, like with whatever, no matter what it is. So now I'm gonna go in with my,
Prices and participation may vary. Valid for item of equal or lesser value. Cannot be combined with any other follow meal.
oh, where is it? Okay, this is it. So I use this. It is a concealer by NYX. It is HD Studio and it is CW08.8. I don't know if that's the name of it though. Okay, yes, it's Espresso. And I go in with that. And I put my concealer, my darker concealer over my face. I have a few dark spots, nothing major, but I do go in with some concealer and cover those few I got, and I just kind of like go over my face just because it's a personal preference. And earlier, as you guys saw, I did prime my face with the Tarte poreless mattifying primer, and this also helps with the whole eyeshadow or cleaning up your eyebrows. If you guys remember, as I said earlier in the video, that don't worry about, you know, using a lighter concealer, this is why. Just go in. And so when I start out, I love using this to apply my foundation. It had some really like, it's by Tarte. It has some cute designs, if y'all can see it, like all of them had it, but I got them as a Christmas present from my parents, and it's has faded. So I like to go in and I spray my face with the Urban Decay De-Slick. It is makeup setting spray and it's for oil control. I spray a small amount on my face and on my brush before I apply it. This is a personal preference. It is a tip that is specific to me. If you like it, use it. Another tip, something that I used to do, I used to apply translucent powder to my face first and then apply my makeup, just because it would help like mattify, and it does work. So I'm going to be using my Fenty. I hear people talking bad about it. I personally love it. I also love Anastasia Beverly Hills. I've never tried the NARS, but I do hear good things, so I will be trying different foundations so that way I can give a honest tutorial for everyone, because I know everyone is different and everybody isn't going to like Fenty. Yeah, and so I just go in with small amounts and I start here, 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 and here. And then I'll go in and I blend it to my liking. And I feel like using the setting spray helps give a smoother application. And if you find that you haven't sprayed enough on your brush, just go back in and spray some more to your liking, if this is a tip that you
Maybe I lied.
are going to use.
Maybe I want to come through.
And I just
Who
go.
am I? Oh, you'll find out soon. Maybe zones don't apply.
And I always start with a small amount of foundation because I'd rather go in and add more than to start out with way too much. I personally do not like the cake face look. That is just me. Some people do like more foundation. So if I find that I haven't added enough, I go back in with another small amount and hit where I feel I missed. And I just go back to blending. And I just go back around my hairline. I do use my brush because I just prefer it over the sponge. I will go back in with a sponge and kind of press to make sure I got everything. But I prefer. And I'll spray more on my brush. And then I go in with my LA Girl, and I'm almost out. Concealer. It is high definition concealer. It is in the color Beautiful Bronze. Can you see that? And I just go in, and it's not a perfect match to my skin, so it does give me a slight highlight effect, which is what I'm going for. I'm pretty sure you guys can see that that is not an exact match to my skin, but it gives me the look that it gives me what I'm looking for. And as you guys can see, I'm struggling because I'm almost out. So, and I just blend it down. And I use it in my T-zone, under my eyes, my nose, and my chin. And I go back in with my foundation brush. And I just go back and blend really good. top too. I heard someone say this, and it is very true. If your arms aren't tired, sis, you are not blending good enough. So, something else. I need to go in and just clean up slightly under my eyeshadow. And I'll do that once I finish blending out, apply it. Like I said, if you feel like you haven't added enough primer, like I feel like it helps give a smoother, and it also helps with, you know,
Looking for the best party
making
soundtrack?
your
It's a
look
must that you
sit.
check out the Twerk Station. Click here to listen now.
Yeah. And so I'm going to go in with an angle brush. It's not really, I won't say angle, it's a flat brush. And I'll just go in and clean up the concealer that I put to clean up my eyeshadow. And this is good for like just going in and cleaning up anything you feel like isn't what or how you want it. I found that this works phenomenally. Okay. Lashes. If I can remember where I put them. I got them, y'all. Okay. We're gonna do lashes, and then I'm gonna highlight before I do my lashes. So, as I said, I love Too Faced products. This is actually their liquid glitter eyeshadow. I do love NYX products too. So this is the Glitter Brilliant Is Face and Body Glitter. So if I was looking for more glitter, I would use this. But being that I'm only using a small amount, I like to use this. And this is a new one I just bought in the color Lemon Zest. Can y'all see that? Probably not. But it's called Lemon Zest. And I like it because like I have goals. This one's called Sweet Spot. But as you can see, this one is like a more yellowy. But on skin, on flesh, it is gold. Like, can you see that? And you'll see once I apply it.
This is the sound of @KoalaMama85 asking DQ to bring back the Snickers Blizzard. And this is the sound of us making the Snickers Blizzard. And the all-new peanut butter pie blizzard made with Snickers. And this is the sound of 5,157 happy Snickers Blizzard lovers saying OMG, smile emoji, praise hands, thank you, exclamation point, praise hands, praise hands. That's what a Snickers Blizzard sounds like. And it's back with the all-new peanut butter pie blizzard made with Snickers.
DQ, happy tastes good.
Okay, now we're going to do lashes. I still haven't figured out which lippy I'm going to use yet. For my eyelashes, I use Kiss. It's for strip lashes. I prefer strip lashes when I'm doing them myself. That's just me. I like them because they can be reused. I wore these yesterday and they were phenomenal, and they're in perfect condition. Just getting a little of the excess glue off of it. And I go in and I just apply the glue. Be very careful that you don't get glue all over the actual hairs. I just spilled glue on my kitchen floor, y'all. And then I leave it to dry a little, so that way you get the best application. And then I go in and I apply the glue to the second lash. If anybody is wondering about my playlist on Pandora, it is called Hood Rat Shit Radio. So I don't just celebrate my birthday on the day. I celebrate my birthday for the entire month of August. And now I have 2 reasons to celebrate it for the whole month, because my baby girl, her birthday is August 4th. I'm the 14th. We're 10 days apart. So now she's going to be an August queen as well. And she's going to celebrate her birthday the full month. Like, it's just the natural order of things. Alright. And I have these angled tweezers that are actually from Kiss too. So I'm gonna go in and be very careful not to poke your eye out, y'all. It is a skill to do this. I normally just do it with my hand, but with my claws on, it's not as easy. Oh, glue my eye together. Okay. Now we do, and I just make sure there's no excess glue on your tweezers, because it'll make your lashes stick to it, and it makes application a lot harder. And I just kind of pinched my eye off. I really actually like this look. It is completely different from my inspiration, y'all, just because of the colors I chose. I chose darker colors. I was going to do like purple, then pink, then orange and yellow. But being that I wore pink yesterday, I decided to do something different. And y'all, I'm just securing my lashes because there's nothing worse than your lashes just hanging on by a thread, just in the wind. Alright, now highlighter. Oh dang, my glue was leaking, y'all. And this is glue, this is good. So I'm upset that I'm over here wasting valuable eyelash glue. Okay, so now that our lashes, we're going to take, I like a brush with a lot of bristles versus a fan brush. When I'm applying my highlighter. So we're gonna be using this one right here out of my Carli Bybel palettes. And I'm gonna go in on the nose. And I just go in and make sure like it's not too much. And then I go in on my cheeks and I rub around as if I was applying foundation, just because I like to get a smooth like highlight. And then I go back in. Y'all, my setting spray is like a godsend. So I use it like because it helps give that even look to your highlight. So it's not like just sitting there. And I normally highlight my Cupid's bow. I have this nude, it's actually Ginger Snap by NYX. It is a very pretty nude, lippy. But unfortunately, it is not with my makeup right now. So I'm going to use this matte by Too Faced, and it is called Unicorn. And for anybody that knows me, I love unicorns. My entire baby shower theme was unicorns. My daughter's room is unicorn. And you just go in and then I'm gonna go in. Actually, I'm not. exactly how it is. And I'm gonna take my flexi rods out, y'all.
L.
And then,
Lust. 4 letters like love, but less.
can you go bring my
More
hoop
like
earrings
electric
off
vein that
the
fills my
dresser?
heart, make me crave and act restless.
So my curls are not the best because I kind of flexi rod my hair like way late. So this is just going to be like a quick final look.
You'll get a job. Just text START to 246-810 to get started free. Get certified and get a job fast. Guaranteed. Just text START to 246-810 right now to get started for free. Text the word START to 246-810.
Good enough. It's not what I wanted, but
Early morning tonight,
for me, flexi riding on such short notice,
Dove Invisible Dry Shampoo.
it is good.
Cares for your hair between washes, events, and nights out with no residue. Dove Invisible Dry Shampoo. Get the care you want between washes with no visible
And I
residue.
flexi ride it because my hair is natural. And, oh, that one came out good. The last thing I want to do is call heat damage, especially because I lightened my hair. I do not want to cause breakage. Yeah. Not necessarily the best flexi rod set, but for now, it is pretty decent. Okay. Now what we're gonna do? We're gonna throw on some of our Ghetto Girl hoops. If I could get it even. Alright, y'all. And here we are. The final look. And in case y'all haven't noticed, I love my spray, so I go in last. I go back with my foundation brush and just dab. And this is the final look. Hopefully you guys like it. I'll post pictures along with the video later once I finish editing and things like that. Thanks for tuning in.